finally stopped.
Yes, are you there?
I am. Unfortunately alone. Working equipment gave me hope.
Vai ser esse tipo de
Someone
história
just
que eu vou
abandoned
contar.
it. Didn't even turn it off.
Eu vim ajudar eles.
Unfortunate. We need to expand our search radius.
Não, como é que é o... Tá, aqui só foi pra explorar mesmo. Muito estranho, né, o... Pessoal.
Yes, no? Everything's all right?
Yes. I just need a moment to think.
As soon as you find something,
I'll report it. No worries, sir. I've gone over everything in that area.
Ah, não, ali tá... ali é pra voltar. Eu acho que tem alguma coisa, alguma criação não biológica que tá fazendo essas paradas. E aí talvez entrou em contato com eles.
This mission drags on so much. Sometimes I think you're gonna take off without me, sir.
don't count on it, Doctor. I'm not going anywhere.
Nenhum sinal.
My legs feel really heavy.
Give yourself a moment to rest, Doctor. You certainly deserve it.
Deu ruim isso aí agora. Pra onde que será que ele tá?
at a time, Yasna. One step at a time.
Caramba, esse mapa aqui eu não sei olhar, velho. Como é que eu vou olhar aqui? Ó, esse aqui é onde que a gente tá. Naviguei sem station pra lá. Aqui é a primeira área. Aí são essa partezinha. Só que eu não posso voltar. Atrás aqui são...
Time seems to be slipping through my fingers like sand. So much sand.
You sound tired, Yasna.
Because I am tired, Astrogator.
Não consigo pegar mochila nem nada, né? Será que tem...
Whilst traversing this planet, I'm becoming more and more convinced.
Por esse lado você não tem mais lugar pra ir.
Is not the same as what exists. What can exist.
I must admit it's an interesting thought. And quite disturbing.
Pra lá. Aqui acho que não vai, né? Eu já tentei ir, né?
Oh, I've already been there.
Ah, não tem nenhum sinal.
I have a feeling we're in the dark. We have to find a way.
Agreed. You should move on.
Oh, that's not quite what I meant.
Olha pra cá então.
But yeah, I probably should.
Achei o caminho.
I'm leaving the excavation site. How did he come down?
Força. Achamos, eu nem tinha visto esse caminho. É tudo igual assim.
I've got Gorski's signal.
So soon? It's unlikely to be him.
Then who?
Not who, but what. Well, it's weird. Dr. Gorski hardly ever...
You were correct, sir. It's just our probe. It looks inactive.
Can't be completely broken if you picked up a signal. I'd say it's running in safe mode. Please try to power it on.
Do we have time for this?
It's for a good reason, Doctor. The probe could prove useful in the search. And besides... You'll see.
I'm opening the probe. Turning the systems on.
No, stop. Wait for my instructions. There's a button on the left side of the fuse box. Hold it, and then turn the dial again. Now go ahead.
Slide records?
Correct.
I didn't know we had access to them.
You couldn't have known. This is not standard procedure. But as they say, extremis malis, extrema remedia.
Let's take a look. A photo of the first days on the surface. They started exploring the littoral zone almost immediately.
Ah, tem animais.
Wasn't until the fourth day the comms failed.
Tem animais.
I recognize these structures. This is where they began to dig.
O que tá escrito aqui?
12 hours passed. 3 crew members are still there. Dr. Gorski must have left already.
We lost contact shortly thereafter.
The probe followed him, and he followed the detector's readings.
Going after those metal structures.
Yes, that's what I meant.
What's next?
Isso.
Last slide. There's mostly noise.
Nothing in particular stands out to you, Doctor? They were digging and suddenly, poof, people are dead?
No need to shout, Astrogator. I'm just letting you know what I see. That's all. Hang on. An absurdly high electromagnetic field reading.
That's something. Sort of. What are the earlier readings?
Checking.
Vamos ver quais leituras aqui do campo.
Still high in the slide just before. And earlier, quite normal.
É. Acho que não... Foi só na última que travancou tudo, né?
It happened in a matter of seconds. But there's nothing except dunes. Sand, a few rocks, a shadow.
Shadow?
Another sandstorm, I guess.
All right, Doctor. Let's move on. You may turn on the fuses now. We'll take the probe with us. Good. I've got it on my radar. Now I can give commands to the probe. And? What do you see? Is it working correctly?
If you run it on manual steering, sir, then it works just fine.
That's exactly what I'm doing. You have a keen eye. I'll put it in auto mode. From now on, it will follow you, Doctor.
Oh, it'd be nice to have some company. I mean, apart from yours, sir.
1 second. That's odd. There's no data in the probe's memory. No ID, no nothing. Do you want to give it a new ID? Name it, basically. After all, it'll be with you for a while. So, what's it going to be?
Huh. A name for the teleprobe. All right. I can think of something.
Copy that. I'm listening.
Taubi, ou melhor, Baui, Luna, já que a obra tá atrás de mim. E aí, guys, qual que vai ser? Rilson, o que você quer? Bi, Bowie, porque lembra do Oli, né? Que é um robozinho. Ou Luna, porque ele lembra da Lua. E aí, guys? Qual o nome? Bi, Bowie ou Luna? Apareceu um bronze. Bowie?
When you admire a beautiful view, an hour seems like a
Aparece
minute.
minuto.
But a minute on a hot stove will seem longer than an hour.
Does Regis 3 feel like a hot stove?
Sometimes. Please enter ball E. B-A-L-L-E.
Done. Now, a few more tweaks.
Agora Bowie.
And you'll have a flying measurement center at your disposal.
Beleza, o que ele faz? Não, mas ele não tem coração nem nada, né? Pelo menos o Bowie, ele ilumina, né?
I heard that the difference between past, present, and future is nothing but a persistent illusion.
That's a quote, right?
Yeah. I'm not sure why it came to mind. I don't see these metal structures anywhere. The detector's measurement is very clear. I'm going straight on.
No crossroads? Branches?
Not yet. Just one thick, tangled vein.
É, ué, tem, olha. Ele termina aqui. Olha.
Huh. I guess I found the first point.
You guess? We have to be sure, Doctor.
Well, I'm at the first clear branching of these structures, such as reported by Dr. Gorski.
All right. What happened next?
He followed the branch to the right.
Ramificação
Another
direita,
thing
hein?
he reported was a massive vertical structure.
A estrutura no subsolo G verifica o ramo direito. Posição vertical massiva sobressai acima do tanque de água e estrutura subterrânea, a maior de todas. Ele falou que seguiu pela direita, né? Vamos seguir pela direita. Ai, moço, faz barulho não. Moral, só tá nós dois aqui.
The probe detected something.
I see that in the readings. What is it exactly?
Well, the structure from the notes, it fits the description perfectly. Well done, Bully. I knew I could count on you.
Well, we didn't bring it to the surface for no reason. Even in the first stage procedure.
Well, now I'm going to apply for my own.
As soon as you find Dr. Gorski, I'll see to it myself. All right, how about that point? What does it look like? What caught the doctor's attention?
Um andaime subterrâneo. Parece mesmo, bloco vertical.
Looks sort of like scaffolding set up underground. Inside the ground, actually.
An unusual structure shape?
Definitely.
Do you think someone actually built it?
Well, it's a far-fetched theory, but seems so.
A gente sobe por aqui, né? Vamos seguir o veio aqui, ó. Vamos encontrar o rio, será? Peixe. Eu achei que não tinha vida marinha, mas eles acharam vida marinha. Aquele peixe lá da vida marinha.
There's the water.
And the metal bundle?
As expected. It's at the bottom. Before you ask, sir, there's little to say about it.
All right. So how many are left?
2 points. Or at least that's what he told Koval. What he did next, it's hard to assess.
But the battery and the detector last for only a few hours, so he couldn't have gone much further.
Eu tô seguindo por aqui. Ué, como é que eu faço aqui pra ativar as pegadas, não?
Gotcha. I found his tracks. Finally,
Achamos,
tangible evidence that he was going this way.
Ah, good. It's downhill all the way, Doctor.
I wouldn't be so sure, Astrogator. The next point is at a height of approximately 100 meters. Definitely uphill. I think we have the 4th point.
Caramba, velho, tem toda uma estrutura aqui por baixo.
I confirm. It's the 4th one. I see our flag.
Você gosta breve.
I think I'll catch up with Dr. Gorski on the other side.
Well, that wouldn't be such a bad scenario, right?
Of course not. Though I wouldn't mind if we bumped into each other before the climb.
É, melhor achar antes da escalada, né?
The structures undergo noticeable changes here. If it keeps growing at this rate, I don't know what I'll find at the end.
What kind of growth are you talking about, Doctor? Depth, width, complexity level?
In every aspect.
Interesting. Do you think these veins lead somewhere? To something?
I'm leaning more and more towards that conclusion. But I can't tell what we might expect at the end, if it ends at all.
Vou subir por aqui, né, Wilson?
Three,
3.
2, 1.
The land is departing.
Yes, they're on their way.
What's the plan for the second flight? The the same place?
That would work best. Certain, proven. When you and Dr. Gorski come back, I'll send the lander right away.
Ah, por enquanto aqui não tem.
I've reached the top. The doctor discovered something new from here. Something he called bushes.
Abus.
I've heard that term before.
In their conversations between Koval and Gorski.
No, Jasna. You're the one who reported it to me. Right after you landed.
Seriously? Well, I don't see anything like it now, sir. Wait.
Visível do ponto 4.
Koval noted down the parameters. Azimuth 350. Distance 200 meters.
Copy that. I'm sending the probe.
Got it. I see the bushes.
And the doctor?
Hard to tell. Visibility is poor.
Tá bem baixa mesmo, tá vendo lá, cara? Esses negocinhos pretos.
I don't know how the doctor...
When it comes to finding a safe route, there won't be a problem. But you'll have to get there on your own 2 feet.
I suppose the probe will carry out the first task. It's capable yet?
Of course. I set the environment analysis mode. The probe will calculate the best route between your location and your destination. It'll guide you along the defined path. The calculations will only take a moment.
Hi, Bully. Lead the way.
How about we?
I must say, it's a clever device, this probe of ours. He could not fly for this long.
E aqui também tem o sinal, ó.
You can stand on your feet.
Tá vendo? Debaixo da terra.
Perfect research unit. Maybe even better than a human.
Well, let's not exaggerate.
Of course, I wasn't being serious. However helpful they may be, they're still just tools in the hand of man. Often faulty.
Cadê o balde? Às vezes eu não perco do balde.
Oh, we have a problem.
Something serious?
I already mentioned the faulty machines, right? Well, the route determined by the algorithm goes over a chasm.
I can repeat the command.
No. I'll go around.
Unfortunately, this is an outdated model. Such mistakes are inevitable. But the perception module itself has already been greatly improved. Its accuracy increases exponentially.
Ai não, mulher.
Exponentially? Can you imagine us, proteinaceous creatures, developing so quickly, sir?
No, not in the course of evolution. You can't perfect a person like that.
That's right, you can't. We wait thousands of years for visible changes.
Huh. Have you started to fear for your position?
Maybe they can be improved rapidly, but these are only selected modules. Algorithms. There's still a long way to go to develop an artificial brain that would even slightly reflect the complexity of the human one.
Yes, we probably won't live to see that.
Probably not. Besides, no intelligent machine would take this job. Shh, astrogator. Can you hear that?
What am I supposed to be hearing?
That's the point. Nothing. Silence. We're talking about robots, and Dr. Gorski still hasn't spoken on the channel.
Well, I don't know. He must be a long way from here.
Hi, Bully.
Vai, Bully.
These bushes are kind of weird.
You'd better stay away, Doctor. I'd like a brief description. Just keep a distance.
Allow me to use the language I would use to describe living forms, sir.
Of course.
So they look like pituitary, brush-like formations.
Pior que tem em todo lugar, né? Se eu ficar longe.
They grow out of cracks in the bare rock. They can be singular, though in some locations they create a uniform thicket that covers the walls of the ravine in a rusty brush-like layer. They're high, more or less, from 1 to several meters.
Não, mas olha,
That's how
esse
it looks.
negócio
To
preto
put
aqui,
it
ó.
briefly,
Would you also venture to guess their significance? Some function, purpose?
É uma defesa, talvez?
looking at the amount of sharp ends and edges, they're rigid. Probably a very hard structure. Not to mention their appearance.
Yes?
These bushes must serve a defensive function.
Defensive? Against what?
Good question. I don't see anything they could compete with. No potential predator on the surface or in the air. So, maybe it's something underground.
Yes, maybe.
Troca debaixo da terra tem coisa, né? Esse negócio tem estrutura, velho, olha. E pega no radar. Um túnel.
Astrogator, Gorski's not here. I'm afraid he continued to explore. And if he went where I think he did, he might have lost contact with the camp as well as Dragonfly.
So we will most likely lose contact too.
Possibly. Well, there's only one way to be certain. It's your decision, sir.
Please continue your search. We have to find him.
You may lose another crew member.
If you think so. Turn back now.
The line's breaking up, but I understood. I'll let you know, sir, when I come out of the tunnel.